Hello, welcome to the show again. Today I'm going to discuss about the president's speech 3 days ago, where he said he's not going to hand over power to the opposition. So he was speaking while he was in somewhere in western part of Kenya, where he said he cannot hand over power to rulers or opposition. So one, the president has got no authority to determine who has got a plan to Kenya, because he is in power and he has not shown that his plan is working. Actually, his plan is not working when it comes to education, when it comes to creating a job or employment to youths, development, and also corruption. Otherwise, all this plan has worsened since he became power. The president has got no plan for safety of people. So, but as the main thing we are going to discuss today is him saying he cannot hand over power to opposition. So I want you to listen to his speech where he was speaking in Lugari in a church service. He said he cannot hand over power to opposition who have got no plan
or ideas on how to transform the country.
We cannot hand over to people hawana mpango. Ati mpango yao Ruto must go. Sasa Ruto must go itakusaidia na nini? Hujui vile vijana wetu watapata kazi, hujui vile kilimo itaendelea, hujui vile watoto watasoma, huna mpango ya ajira ya vijana. You have no plan to do anything.
As calls by the opposition on making the head of state a one-term president get louder.
So the president said that he's not going to hand over power to opposition, because the opposition, they have got no plan for agriculture, the opposition have got no plan for education, opposition have got no plan to create job or employment. So handing over power according to our constitution is when you go to an election, you present your name, you do the campaign, and the Kenyan citizen, they vote, and the votes are counted, and the one with the majority votes wins an election. And if the sitting president was one of the candidates, it means he's going to hand over power to the people, to the person who has won that election, according to the number of votes which have been counted. So in our constitution, it means that the Kenyans are the ones to determine who won who is going to lead them. In other words, they see the two or three people who are candidates for president. These candidates give them a plan, and they pick the plan that they see that is better for them. So let's, for example, say in 2027, an election has been carried out, and the votes has been counted. Then the president, William Ruto, realized that the different person has been voted in. So that one means the people have decided to choose a different plan, even if it's a one-time plan like Ruto must go. Maybe they have chosen that one, that they don't want him, and they want a different person. So what will the president do? Is he going to refuse and say, you know what, citizens or Kenyans, I know you picked a different person, but I'm not going to give them because they don't have a plan? No, it cannot happen. Why? Because the Kenyans have decided that the other people have got a better plan than you. Let's look at this plan, these things the president mentioned. He said the opposition has got no plan for agriculture. So what is it that the president has done when it comes to agriculture? So what his government did is that they were able to give fake fertilizer to Kenyans, and they were able to sell the fertilizer which was donated by Russia to Kenya. So that's one thing. The president has to be reminded that his plan was not beneficial to citizens. He mentioned that it's not going to give power to or hand over power to opposition who don't have a plan in creating job or employment. So since the president William Ruto became or came into power, jobs have been lost, and people are not getting any jobs. The youths are there, educated, but they can't get a job. The best job that they were promised, one, was to be taken abroad to work in Middle East. So some of them, when they decided, okay, we are doing that, let's go do there some applications, what happened? The government started through this guy called Mutula, somebody, so asking for money, and people have lost a lot of money without even getting those jobs. The worst thing is that you ask for people to bring money so they can get their job and end up not getting that job. Instead, they lose the little that they had. So that's one thing they have done when it comes to job creation. What about when it comes to education? Education is dead. The universities are dying. So no more education, because even the schools, the money they used to be given is no more there. Worst of all is that we used to have Form 4 and Class 8 candidates. The government used to pay examination fee for these people. But what has happened right now? The Ruto regime has said it's not going to pay this money to schools for that the poor kids can sit for the exams. So those are the achievements in terms of this regime, which has done absolutely negative in terms of education and other sectors. So the president cannot purport to say he cannot hand over power to people who have got no plan. So his plan has failed. The president, when he came into power, he was very loud, the loudest ever. He said he was going to make sure that there's no extrajudicial killing. Since Kenya got independence, we haven't seen the kind of extrajudicial killing which is happening at this point, and police are involved, and some killer squad are involved. And people claim or say that Moi killed people. Moi used to, if it's killing, Moi used to kill his competitors, but he never came into killing the youths. Otherwise, Moi, what he used to do, he used to make sure that he's accepted by the people, and by the time he was dealing with his opponents, he was not receiving any resistance. But what Ruto has done, he has done it in an inverted way, in an opposed way. For him, is going to even a single thing that a person posts online, he goes after them. So that's the tragedy, the problem we have in Kenya, and Ruto cannot say that he cannot hand over power. I think our constitution is clear. He will hand over power. So I would request that you subscribe as we keep on analyzing the trending topics going on in Kenya, and we see what's the best way Kenya can move forward. This is Maina Show. Welcome, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you.